set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22. Yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Second down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Rosen. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
We got three, fellas, we got three. I got you.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
All right, now,
So the
lucky
failure to
56,
connect on
lucky
second
56.
down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Mayfield looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot! Hot!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
On second down, Rosen going deep downfield for Ross. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Over! Detroit! Detroit! No. Check! Patriot!
They go back to the ground with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the call. On second down, here's Rosen. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Shut down. Motion. Check.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. Finding some room in midfield. Running over the middle by Glenn. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Keelan Cole now to return. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back there to that Philly. Here we
go. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Rosen again. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy with his right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they start the 2nd half with Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. David Johnson on his way. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Lucky 56.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Lucky 56.
Now it's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick there on the coverage.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Rosen to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Gone! Over!
Rosen will throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Cole. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's going to loft one. Deep left side. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man is Grant. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They go to Johnson again. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Here we go now.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Extra point attempt to follow here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Browns have it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can. Continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Go. Get set. Hey.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
We got three. Who's right? That's it.
First throw now for the backup car. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Following the interception, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's complete to Grant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
7:34. 24. 24.
Here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Get down. 180. Go, Chief. Go, go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never...
And you run with it. Have the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cardinals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.